Godzilla.
Godzilla and King Kong may seem evenly matched for their upcoming duel, but here are a few monstrous anatomical issues to keep in mind.
Godzilla may be the answer. I believe he's here to restore balance.
You don't want to wake up the big one.
How big is it?
It's bigger. It wiped out his whole family.
No, this time we join the fight.
Number 10. Kong is smaller. First and foremost is the obvious fact. To just get it out of the way, yes, Kong is pretty puny compared to Godzilla. Their very first appearances are drastic. Since their inception, Kong climbed buildings, while Godzilla stomped on them. In 1933's King Kong, Kong was about 25 feet, whereas in 1954's Godzilla, Godzilla was about 165 feet, which is already much taller than Kong. Skull Island's Kong, which stood at around 105 feet. Of course, the MonsterVerse Godzilla is nearly 400 feet tall, while the MonsterVerse Kong still had many years to grow. It's doubtful he'll dwarf Godzilla by any means.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gon' stop for me.
Kong bows to no one.
Number 9. Godzilla lacks opposable thumbs. Godzilla has the major disadvantage of not having the best dexterity in his claws, and he got a nasty reminder of that when Kong used it to his full advantage in the original King Kong vs. Godzilla, in which Kong made sure Godzilla got a healthy dose of trees down his gullet. In fact, in Kong Skull Island, Kong used a tree like a baseball bat and boat propellers as knuckle dusters. Hopefully, there isn't a 200-foot chair nearby, for Godzilla's sake. Let's not forget that Kong can climb structures, so don't be surprised if Godzilla gets elbow dropped by Kong from above. Number 8. Kong is king, with the specialty on defeating reptiles. Kong has, in every appearances of the kaiju, had to earn his crown against foes of every variety. However, he has a particular penchant for opening up a special brand of whoop-ass around reptiles. Snakes, skull crawlers, and dinosaurs galore have felt the wrath of Kong. His signature move is breaking the jaws of a T-Rex, for crying out loud. Godzilla is just another oversized lizard for Kong to pulverize.
Kong is not the only king.
Number 7. Godzilla is a god and already defeated a king. Godzilla has a penchant for knocking around lizards too. Granted, calling a three-headed alien dragon with lasers in its mouth a lizard is rather insulting. King Ghidorah, Godzilla's arch-enemy, was decrowned by Godzilla in Godzilla King of the Monsters. And frankly, though it was a hard fight, Godzilla still managed to come out on top. Just like Kong, Godzilla has had quite the rogues gallery himself. Robots, cyborgs, pteranodons, moths, lobsters, crabs, heck, even an embodiment of pollution. A big ape doesn't seem that out of line. Number 6. Kong is faster, physically and mentally. Like all primates, Kong boasts a pretty high processing brain. He appears to be even smarter than modern apes and understand basic communication. His use of tools and his environment with those opposable thumbs is a serious boon. On top of that, his ability to be dexterous and go from running on 2 legs to all 4, climb things rapidly, and leap makes him more mobile than Godzilla. His smaller size also adds to that. He's got major big Donkey Kong energy. Number 5. Godzilla is a tank. Who needs speed when you have armor? Godzilla is immune to most things that come his way, and even the things that hurt him tend to only be short-term boo-boos. If he's critically injured or even dead, just nuke him. He'll absorb the radiation like a sponge and come back healthier and stronger than ever, because that's how science works. On top of that, he's got nasty big pointy teeth, honking big spikes on his back and tail, sharp claws, and can probably step on a Lego without wincing. Kong is muscle and fur, But considering that humans almost always kill him or come close to doing so or manage to capture him, his track record for defense isn't top-notch. Number 4. Kong is a guardian. At times, Kong's ass-whooping might just be tough love. See, Kong has to keep nature in balance by cracking down on predators that are following their nature. How dare they prey upon the very humans who try to kill Kong himself and everything else in their path? Daddy Kong seems to have a proclivity for protecting his turf, his buddies, and his title. So, while this can be a bonus for experience, it can be a weakness for exploitation. There's also the human factor. Will they betray Kong or go to bat for him? Number 3. Godzilla Has Buddies. Skull Island is grand and all, but let's not forget Monster Island. Godzilla has many friends and foes turned friends. In the MonsterVerse, he certainly seems to have a new record number of allies in one sitting. Besides Mothra, who always dies and comes back, and Rodan, he also has a new plethora of titans bowing to him at the end of King of Monsters. Fingers crossed for Jet Jaguar to pop up. And regarding the humans, they seem to have turned pretty pro-Godzilla in the MonsterVerse. But with the reintroduction of Kong, they might go for someone who shares a common ancestor. Number 2. Kong has a weakness for blondes. Kong has a problem, and it's time we took a good, long look. What is his obsession with the leading ladies? Wei Frey, Jessica Lange, Naomi Watts, Brie Larson. You can't blame the big guy, but come on! How can Kong get anything done when he's gazing over at a golden-haired goddess? And double down on the handicap factor if he's holding a dame in one of his big stinking paws. Kong, buddy, the first step to overcoming a problem is admitting that you have one. Number 1. Godzilla has atomic breath. Many people think Godzilla breathes fire, but that is a fool's description of his power. Godzilla doesn't breathe fire, he breathes death. A glorious blue and once purple, radioactive beam of destruction. It disintegrates whatever he points at, torches anything nearby, and probably causes a lot of cancer. If Kong so much thinks about praying open Godzilla's mouth, he is in for a face full of… well, he won't have a face actually. The MonsterVerse atomic breath is somewhat less overpowered than traditional Godzilla standards, and it has to charge up. But that doesn't make it any less of a big problem to overcome on Kong's behalf. In fact, that's probably the biggest hurdle to cross. Still, whatever the case, the pair will probably end up having to unite against a greater threat. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. See you in the next video.